called VulnOS. Okay, so let's have a look of the IP address. First thing first, identify the IP address on the network. So route -n, discover -i, here -r with the IP address /24. So we have one IP address which is our 106. Okay, proxy. Yeah. So we have a machine called VulnOS on the web server. OS are the series of vulnerable operating systems packed with the virtual images to enhance penetration testing skills. This is a vulnerable server. Do not use it on the production environment. So pen test the company website, which is over here. Get the root of the system and read the final flag. So let's have a look what we'll get. So over here we have a proper website. We can see it's a Japsi, just another bioware company. We can see all the things one by one, and we have home, about, jabs, and documents. Okay, before the tagging part, the first thing first is to simply enumerate. Let's start with the IP address scanning, server scanning. So I'm going to use -a with a T4 and the IP address 106. So the scan has been done, and what I can see, it's only port number 22 is open there. Port 22, and we can see the encryption standard they are using, and the open SSH is 6.6.1. So when we are doing a pen testing part, remember to penetrate all the skills one by one. So we have to check the OpenSSH version if you can find a suitable exploit or not. So search exploit. Nope. We have OpenSSH SFTP, which was showing us command execution. Both are command execution over here. So one by one, we have to penetrate all the skills over here, like port 80, which is our HTTP. It's going to show us only the DOS attack. And over here we have 6667 also, which is our NGIRCD. So let's try, before the tagging point, let's try enumerate. Let's use Nicto also. Nicto -host the IP address. Let's see what can Nicto find us. Anti-click jacking frame is not present. Click jacking can be enabled. Process scripting header is not defined. Process scripting can be done over there. X content type option header is not set. X content type option. Okay. This allow the user agent to render the content of the site different fashion. Okay. No CGI directory. Common gateway interface. Apache version to be outdated. It's a normal thing over there. Server may leak indoors e-tags header found with the file. Okay. Okay, we have allowed method, which is our get, head, post, and options. If we have the post, if we have the get header, which is your options, option will allow us to simply identify what are the server headers that are allowed over there, like your put, move, or trace methods. So through options, you can verify it. If you are doing a pen testing for a web application part, you should have to use your burp suite, and you should know about the post option. For example, You could say no, but oh, you can see over here. Hmm. Normal options. What is the option header used for? Ask the server to report the HTTP methods that are available for the particular resource. A particular resource means it could be upload or move one place to another place, a move method or a put method or a get method. The server typically returns a response containing allow headers, that is list to available methods. If you can see over here that there's an option available, you can try to use those things. If I say a head is there, a head means a header which contained a body type. So over here, I'm going to use my burp suite first of all. So let's use burp, and I'm going to set a burp suite, and we're going to intercept the packet, and we can see if we can find any reliable data or not. One two seven port 8080. So burp suite. Let's try them now. Let's intercept the packet. Uh, right. Mhm. Yep. Let's see what we can find over here. So we have a proper request, a get method which is flowing on the backend server, a URL data. So let's use repeater. Drop the packet because I don't need the packet right now. So repeater over here we have the packet. So we're gonna use the options tags to check if we can find any reliability data or not. Option tag will allow us to simply find what are the methods of containing resources over there. So on the server side, we can enumerate one more thing, that the server is using PHP version C, and this is an Ubuntu server. This is a normal thing, okay? You have to simply identify which server they are using. So over here, you can see X generator from Drupal 7, that they are using Drupal 7 CMS, content management system, for website content part. And what else we have over here? Sometimes you have to check all the parameter values, but I can not able to see anything because this is running an HTML code. Nope, I was not able to find anything over here because of the option tag. But over here, if you find something on the Nicto parameter, you can see allowed HTTP header was there, and there was head, get, post on the options over there. Post method where you can simply submit a data from a client side, and I was using an option tags, but I didn't find any allowed resources over there, so it's not use worthy. So let's move on to the next part. Let's try if you can find anything on the Durbuster. So we're gonna use Durbuster. Let's try to identify what are the directories and subdirectories on the server side. So let's use. So I'm gonna just okay. Let's try. Just copy this one, entire one. Yeah. So number of threads according to your own need. The browser which I'm gonna use is my user share word list. We're gonna use Durbuster. and I'm going to use only any of the text file. So let's use medium. Recursive PHP is our programming language that we're going to use it over there. So let's have a look what we can find in the Derbuster. Sensitive information can be crawled on the network part. So we can see some miscellaneous, some response code. Let's see the tree view, what we can find. So our major objective would be to simply penetrate all the skills one by one, and that could be used for the further stages. So we're gonna check it's Jacobs and icon directories over there, but no relevant data. So we didn't find anything. We just have an icon directory and the Jacob directories, which has some miscellaneous themes, module scripts, sites, includes.php. Okay, we have include. What is it over there? Ah, in includes we have some files from the server. So we have action.nic database. Okay, what is this over there? Database nic local MySQL SQLite. These are an IIC card. Okay, what kind of information is it? Sometimes we have to check all the possibilities one by one. That could be lead us for information part. So this is a normal SQLite query. Build the SQL. So this is a normal file, but we have to check one by one because these are NIC files. There's a MySQL is running over there. Okay, we know that this server is running MySQL server. So before the attacking phase, remember you have to enumerate all the queries one by one, which can be used for information part, and that can be help us in the later execution part. So let's have a look. What else we can find over here? This is a normal structure given here, just a normal text structure. There's nothing else. What else we have? Profile.php. This is 400. We have minimal. Standard. There's nothing. Testing. Nothing. Modules. Drupal test file. Testing environment. See, we can simply extract. These are some directories, but I didn't find anything reliable for my testing part. Just we are doing the enumeration part still. Transfer files. Okay, let's see the transfer file. What we can get over here. FTP includes. If I have the permission to simply perform a put method, so I can simply transfer the data on the includes directory. Not the include directory. We can, if we have the permission to upload a file through the put method, I can place a shell over here, and we can simply execute it. But I was not able to upload a file because there was no available resources. Do we have put method over here? No put method. Allow something. No, allow. I didn't find anything reliable. So let's have a look. Let's try. Okay, let's try what is over here on the server side. We have done blend map. We have done. We have find something command execution over here, but we're gonna check it later on. And way through the nicto, I find that there was an allow get method, post method, and options, but I was not able to find those things. And burp suite was running, and some debusters. Yeah, some debusters was running. So what we can do, let's try on the burps website if we can find anything reliable. Home directory is like normal thing. About it's a normal file, which is a default permissions. Chaps. Okay, we have something like over here. Welcome to another BioWare stores. This is a preview of the options. Okay, we have add to cart. So where is add to cart? Akamai Haramaki added. Okay. Okay, let's have an interception of this one. What we can find. Okay, so we have Jacob's Q node is equal to 4. Okay, node is equal to 4 was the URL parameter. And what else we have? We have product ID. We have product ID. And what we have also, okay, let's have a look. Let's forward one more. Okay, success. Okay. Let's try one more time. This time, interception on, add, send to repeater, because I can see one thing over there, which is my ID is equal to 1. So let's drop the packet. Yep. And repeater. Yeah. So we have a proper request which is constructed over here. So first thing first, let's try options. If I can see something reliable over here. Still no luck. Still no luck. Okay, it was on post method. Let's do it post again before the same process. 302, it was found. Yeah, it was found. But let's try with ID is equal to 1. ID is equal to 1, something reliable because product ID. So can we run this to 2? Okay, 2 has been found. Okay, can we run the 3? 3 has been found. Let's see what is the response code. So let's have a response. 3 times Aramaki has been added. Okay. Model number 2. Okay, so product ID 1. Let's have backslash. So I'm going to try SQL injection over here if you can find anything reliable. Okay, it's saying it's run. Okay, so let's see. So show response in browser. Okay, I didn't find any reliable things over here. Q is equal to, let's try over here. Nope, nothing reliable. Nothing worked. I thought if I have a product ID which can be worked over there in SQL injection, but I didn't see an error or a response code because I only can see is 302. So let's try with blind SQL injection if I can try those things. Oh, it's again showing us the same thing. Nothing else. Okay, so no use of the burp suite, I guess. We can leave it this one over here. So let's try what else we have. Jabs, model number, normal model number. Okay, so this section is blank. Okay, this section is totally blank over here. Okay, we have something. Wait. We have something. Okay. Okay, this section was hidden over here. So what we have this one.
Just log in with guest.
Yes. So dear customer, for security reason, this section is hidden. For the details view of documentation of products, please visit our documentation, which is your checkout docs. On the server, just use the guest. Okay, so let's see the source code also. In the source code, I can see they have given the data. So it was Jacob docs. Let's try with this one. So over here we have open docman, username and password, which is over here given. And what exactly the open document is over here? Open document. Okay, so open document is a free web-based open source document management system, which is a DMS, written in PHP, designed to completely with ISO 125 and OEE standard of document management. It feature based on access. Okay, so let's try this one and let's try to penetrate one by one. Okay. But what I can see, okay, sorry, no thanks. I can see the version which is given over here, which is open document 1.2.7. I'm going to use this one for the animation part. If we can find anything reliable, let's try with the first guest. Yes, so over here we have a proper application which is over here, and let's try what we can find. What is an AI PDF? Oh, I can see one thing which is over here also. ID is equal to 1 with the state is equal to 2. So in my mind, I have one question. Can we have an SQL injection over here? Yes, and we have that one. Whenever I see an ID parameter, I think about SQL, because before animation part, we know that this website is using database with the MySQL also. So we know that this server is running 3306, which is hidden on the backend side server. And what I can see, select star from ODM user parameter, where ODM user parameter is equal to ID is equal to 2. Okay. And the ODM user parameter 1 and blah, blah, blah. ODM. So too much ODMs over there. And you have an error in your SQL syntax. Check that minus boundary to MySQL version for the right syntax to near single quote, which is again ODM user parameter, right? We have an error. Finally, something reliable over there. So, can we use single quote? Yes, we can use. Let's balance the query. Should I remove this one? Okay. So order by 7. Unknown column 7. See this one. There are less than 7. Let's 3, 4. Unknown column 3. Let's try 2, 3. Yeah, so number of columns are 3 over there. Let's try union all select 1, 2, 3. Error in your query. Select statement all have a different number of columns. Okay, let's negative this one. Unable to find the requested, please email administrator. What happened? Union select. Okay, something fishy over there. I'm going to try the SQL injection, SQL map, if you can find something reliable over here. Let's try this one. SQL map -u the URL. Let's try with the -dbs. SQL got 302 redirection of the Jacob docs parameter. Okay, no issue. What we have over here, access test shows that the get parameter ID might be bundable to process scripting attack. Okay, the get parameter not be injectable. Okay, it is recommended to perform only basic unit test if there is not a potential technique found. Okay, let's try with this one. Okay, all the test parameter is not appear to be injectable. Yeah. Okay, one thing did you simply checked whenever we are simply doing this one, for example, remove this one, they were showing that there's an ODM parameter. There's an ODM parameter over there. So let's find out where is the ODM parameter. Author, yeah, mini web sending view. There's a human brain, something like that. Okay, view files, PHP meme type. We have again the ID parameter. File doesn't exist. Okay, this will not work. Check in. No document are currently checked out. Okay. Search item. Let's try categories. AI. Keyword AI. Submit search. That's a different thing. Add documents. We have an add document also. So let's try file upload vulnerability if we can browse a file upload. So tools, PHP with shell, shell.php. I'm going to upload a shell.php if we can able to execute this one. So category AI, yes, description, blah, 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 blah. Don't have that much of time, so submit. We have type XP has failed. It means we didn't allow to upload any of the files. So current allow files are image, HTML, plain text, PDFs, XPDFs. Yeah, you can see the allow applications which are available. Bad luck. So let's treat categories. Okay, I was not able to find anything, but over here on the OpenDoc 1.27 multiple vulnerabilities, we can simply check there was some parameters. Okay, let's see what will happen. So this was discovered on the year of 2014. Vendor patch, public disclosure. So we have SQL injection over here on the open document. See, the company name High Tech Breach Security Research Lab discovered multiple vulnerabilities in open document. So one was the vulnerability of your cross-site scripting also, which is showing over here. Improper access control in open document. Yep. So see, the vulnerability exists due to insufficient validation of add value. Add value. The get parameter is the Ajax UDF script. Remote authenticated attacker can execute arbitrary SQL command in application database. The exploitation example allows, okay, they have given the proper URL. You can see over here, adf.php q is equal to 1, add value ODM user. So I was searching for this one. Add value. So where is actually the add value is? Add document. Okay, so we have AI BioWare. Okay, let's upload a follow picture. So I'm gonna add this one. Name this one whatever the thing is. It was executed. Added. Okay. Now the thing is view the file. Click here in the next windows. We have check out view files PhD ID is equal to 7. Click here to see in files. Okay, let's try with this parameter value. Okay, let's move to Jacob docs. Jacob docs out.php. Okay, so Jacob docs, this one, Ajax. Let's try with this one. Simply, so we have this parameter was vulnerable. See, I guess this parameter was vulnerable. Ajax PDF q is equal to I add value ODM user with the percentage 25. I'm not going to use this one. Those one. Let's try over here. So we have ODM user. Nothing happened. So what exactly this percentage data is over here? Let's try to go to the pub suite decoder. Actually, the percentage I'm going to look. Decoders URL. Okay, so the percentage 20 was the space over here. See, percentage 20 was just a space. It was unified in the URL section. So if you try this one, and we are able to run. Yeah. So this was a string value that was didn't encapsulate with a single quote or a double quote. We can see this parameter value, the version is equal to version was simple defined. This was a normal thing. Okay, let's try with exclamation. We find the parameter value and we can see the version which is over here. Let's try with the database. Let's try with the database over here. Database. The database is Jacob docs. Now we can see the properly way. It's highlighting over here. So the ODM parameter value. This was the vulnerable part. So let's copy this one. And as I was using my SQL map, -u, the URL, and -dbs. Remember one thing, this is a string value, so we have to this is a string value, we have to encapsulate with the double quote or a single quote. It depends on that. And -dbs, and I'm going to use for advanced scan, let's use -level is equal to 5 and risk is equal to 3. So I'm going to use an advanced deep scan. What is the major objective of the level 5 and level 3 is to simply fast your execution and simply proper validate. Yes, the Q parameter is not vulnerable, and you can see checking if the target is protected by the some kind of web application firewall or not. So let's have a look what we can find. Okay, so it's gonna take some time because it's an advanced scan, and we have to wait for that because I use the level and the risk, which is the more advanced part over here. So it's going to crawl the entire network of directories and you're going to find the relevant data. So MySQL, you can see they are using slip commands. They are using one by one all the possibilities. Hmm. Mm. Postgres, you can see they're going to try all the database queries over there, MySQL, PostgreSQL, and now they are trying Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle. Now they are trying to use Oracle and time-based line SQL injection or and comment. Over here in the advanced scanning, they're going to try all the possibilities to enumerate one by one on the server side. IBM DB2, SQLite. Now they are using SQLite over there. Hmm. So over here, it is recommended to perform basic one. Let's try why this. Hmm. So get ID parameter is appeared to be MySQL. So you can see we have the version. They are using the seed command. It's look like MySQL is vulnerable. Let's try this one. Get parameter ID is vulnerable. Do you want to skip the test for another? No. Just attack on that parameter value. See, now it's going to identify all the possibilities. And the most important thing is remember the payload they used. The payload they use is where they have given a condition. They are simply given a condition over here. They are given 3005 is equal to 305 and 3050 is equal to 305 and minus minus, which is a comment out. So the most important thing is to simply understand the payload type. So whenever you want to find an SQL injection, first try the blind SQL injection. There will be the first priority. You can see they are using Boolean type. Now they are using the time-based SQL injection to simply sleep the command. And basically they use where condition again. And they use the select statement, which is your 5705, which is a random number, which is the offset memory. And they have using the select statement sleep for the 5 seconds. So you can see the MySQL version is 512, and fetching the data queries, retrieve 6 informations, and we can see the database is Jacob docs. Let's try with the capital D to use that specific database. Let's use -hyphen tables to enumerate from the Jacob docs. Yeah. So we can see that these are the tables on the server side, and what I can see: ODM users, ODM params, ODM admin, open doc message. So we're gonna try the capital T with oh the capital T, and I'm gonna use ODM underscore admin, and we're gonna find some column names if we can extract. Oh, there's an admin and ID. Okay, so let's try ODM users. I guess there was nothing over there. So ODM users. Okay, so it was ODM user, not users. Okay, sorry. Do you want to comment? Is column? No, it was ODM user. Blind exclamation. Yes, we can see there are lots of things over here. Hmm. So let's try to extract the username, comma, password, and I can dump command. So I'm going to use only the uname and the password to simply enumerate the database. Let's use this one. Okay, so we have some temporary files. Let's use a simple dictionary, default dictionary. Yes, no. So they find two hashes. For one is for guest, and I guess we know about the guest. So it was guest. See, and one is your our webmin. So we have one webmin and one is guest. So let's use which encryption standard they are using. Hash hyphen identifier, and this was in MD5 hash. Okay, let's try to decode this one. So let's use hash killer. Let's try over here. So this is webmin 1980. Webmin 1980 is the password of the user webmin. So what we're gonna do, we can say that over there we have a port number 22 was open, which is over SSH. So let's try to connect on this one. So I'm gonna use SSH webmin at the rate server IP address. Yes, and we are in. We are in over here, and we can simply penetrate our skills. And over here, I can see the system informations one by one. Okay, so let's try our two documentation parts. So I'm going to use my .NET and Parallel. So first of all, let's take a shell. I'm going to use Python to have a shell on the server because we have only the shell. But let's see, do we have Python over there or not? Yes, we have Python. I have a property TTY now. A property TTY, so we can use it over here. So let's have a look. So where we are right now, we are on the webmain. So over here, let's see the bash history. What are the last command they have run? So it's like your cd VulnOS admin if config and IAP. Okay. Cd VulnOS. Permission is denied. Okay, we don't have the permission. So can I do one thing? Can I do sudo -l? What is the permission? Webmain. Ah, sorry. The password was this. Webmain. Okay, sorry. User webmain is not able to run sudo on webmain. Okay. Let's do one thing. Let's try to check. Let's try with the version. Which version they are running? Okay, it's an Ubuntu server. Okay, we already know about that one from the response code. And over here we can see the distribution type is 1404. Okay, 1404. And what exactly the kernel version? Uname-A. The Uname-A is 13.310. Okay, so we have a proper. First thing we have over here is the kernel exploitation part. Kernel exploitations. So over here we can see this was a basic an exploitation part. Trick the kernel into running the payload in kernel mode, manipulate the kernel data, process example privileges, launch a shell and new privileges get root. Consider that the kernel exploit attacks and success. Okay, let's try this one if you can find any reliable data or not. So over here, let's try Ubuntu 14.04. Kernel version was your 3 point something like. Okay, the kernel version of 3.13.01. Okay, so we can see the first one. And what do we have over here? Ubuntu 12.04, 14.04, overflow. And we can see uname -a is 13.9 point something, GCC of OFS something they have given, exploit code, and get root. So this is also a C program exploit. So we can see over here they have written the C code. Let's try this one, what we can do. So let's download. Let's try to, yeah. So I'm gonna cut this one and move it to the exploit directory. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna share this file. So I'm gonna use Python -m simple HTTP server port 80. Okay, let's try this one. And the file name was over 37292. So we're gonna make a URL over here. First thing first, my IP address, which is 104. So over here we can see so let's do HTTP. The IP address 104. File name was our, what was the file name? The file name was 37292.c. So let's use this one and let's find what will happen. So let's go to the temp directory, cd temp. So let's use wget command to fetch the file. Yep, and we can see the file is over there. This is our C file. So we're gonna use GCC. Let's use GCC over here. Yes, the GCC is available over there. So GCC -o. Let's name this one exploit, and the file name 37292.c. Yep. So we can see an exploit is written over there. Let's do exploit. And over here we have a proper shell, which is who am I. It's the root over there. Yep. So this was a proper machine of your vulnerable server. That was a difficult one to identify one of the one parameters over there.